What up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Rock. I'm back, man, with another reaction. We got Richard Jefferson is still fighting LeBron's battles. Hey, man, I've been meaning to get to this video. I keep hearing about it. I keep seeing videos on it, man. Let's do it.
Somehow in LA, people are like, they glad that he's gone. Did you all forget what it looked like before he got there?
It was boo-boo.
It was boo-boo.
Yeah.
And so that's, to me, when I start to see all these people, especially Lakers and LA people.
Get him.
Who?
See, that is one of those paid media pundit narratives that they like to push. You notice they never mention the two-peat. They never mention how he tore his Achilles in 2013. They never mentioned after
Wait, I'm thinking they're talking about Kobe? Are they really trying to? I'm thinking they're really trying to talk about Julius Randle, Josh Hart, and that group. I mean, obviously, I mean, what do you expect, bro? Kobe he stayed with the same team his whole career. He was hurt, like you said, tore his Achilles. Like he was at the end of his career. I don't get it. You know?
How he tore his Achilles in 2013. They never mentioned after the two-peat they were in the playoffs every year until then, and he played 78 games.
Nah,
and he retired
I didn't know that.
in 2016.
I know he won the
2018 is when LeBron showed up. But now the narrative is they were nothing before LeBron showed up.
Yeah.
That right there in the corner of the thumbnail is a Brian Goblin, ladies and gentlemen. But furthermore, when he tore his Achilles, he knew he wasn't the same. We knew he wasn't the same. LeBron got there and the team was still trash. He said something along, oh, well, they had, the center was fill in the blank. Okay, but with that fill in the blank center, Kobe was still going to the playoffs with these guys, these fill in the blank players, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
But when LeBron gets fill in the blank players, he fails. He's not successful until he goes out there and starts to recruit superstars and all-star talent.
Ooh, that's a bingo.
And I bet your bottom dollar, if Kobe Bryant was still alive, they wouldn't be saying none of this. But being that he's not here to defend himself, it's let sling mud. I'm not even a Kobe guy. But what I won't stand for is sit back and watch somebody or these pundits tear down this man and what he did for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Sensational.
You can't. What are we talking about?
These Brian Goblins.
Let's talk about Magic Johnson's the greatest Laker or whatever. No, to me it would be Kobe. Like, especially like my uninfluenced opinion. If someone just asked me that like 5-6 months ago or some shit before I even heard of Magic being the greatest Laker or whatever, I would have thought Kobe. I would never have thought Magic or whatever. But how can they tear this down? How can they really tear him down? We already know that.
Or these pundits,
maybe the younger people, yeah, they can influence them, but
tear down this man and what he did for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Sensational.
These Brian Goblins say that the Lakers weren't nothing or had nothing going on. They act like every team doesn't go through a rebuild. After he retired, you got to clean it up. You got to free up some cap space.
You're on the same team your whole career is going to happen, bro. Like,
you got to recoup some of that money. You got to go through the draft. You got to see what you have to trade and what you can receive. That's what happens when the superstar leaves the team. You have to redo your books. You got to calculate what's your next move. That's exactly what was going on. They actually got some decent pieces. But when Bronda got over there, he tore it down. They sucked. And then they went into the bubble.
But wait, there's more.
The bubble, where he got to handpick his teammates, right? But they leave other things out too. Kobe has multiple 57-win seasons with the Lakers. LeBron doesn't have any. Kobe has a 66-win season with the Lakers. LeBron doesn't have one. Kobe never got to handpick his teammates, but LeBron did. But you hear these pundits on ESPN saying he deserves a statue outside of Crypto.com Arena, which I think is a dumbass name, by the way. But let's get into some of LeBron's records and his quote-unquote success that he has had with the Lakers, shall we?
If that was another team, and maybe, but the Lakers.
All right. 2018-19, 37 wins, 10th seed. 2019-20, 50 wins, 1st seed. That was the bubble. 2020-21, 42 wins, 7th seed. 2021-2022, 33 wins. That was the season he had 5 Hall of Famers on the team, and they were the 11th seed. 22-23, 43 wins. They were a 7th seed. 23-24, they were an 8th seed. 24, 25.
Out of their prime, but it's diabolical.
They were a 7th seed. 23-24, they were an 8th seed. 24-25, they were a 3rd seed. 25-26, they were a 4th seed. And that is when Luka got there. What about that spells success? In those last 2 seasons, 50 wins and 53 wins. And multiple first and second round exits. The true Laker fans see right through this dude. They see what type of player he is, what he does to organizations, and what he brings. They didn't want him on the Lakers. Kobe stuck his neck out along with Magic Johnson. Give him a chance. Let him come over here and, see what he can do for our franchise. When he underachieved, he put in play all of his media pundits to, let's say, oh, well, he doesn't have enough players around him to be successful. Oh, it's Rob Pelinka's fault. Or
Rob Pelinka
it's
is
Darvin Ham's fault. Oh, Frank Vogel got to be fired.
And the only reason I'm on his ass is because the Nico shit, bro. Which obviously he didn't get the best package. We already know that, but he just didn't want to pay that man all that money. But bro, like he isn't a good GM though. He's doing better now, all of a sudden though. But before that, man,
it's Darvin Ham's fault. Oh, Frank Vogel got to be fired. But this is what they do. With the Lakers, it's either championship or bust.
Because there was a comparison to Kobe, and that part they missed out on so much good basketball. Right. And the dude he literally kept the all-time leading scorer title in LA. Kareem, that was one of the Lakers' big things. Kept it in LA.
And they love to bring up the all-time scoring leader. When he got that 40,000 points, if you don't remember, they lost that game, right? Laker fans don't care about that. They appreciate players that bring their city championships. That's what they care about. They appreciate players like Derek Fisher, Kobe, Shaq, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Big Game James, and as many other multiples, right? So when you come to their organization and only achieve individual accolades, the Laker fans will not accept you. Not at all.
But they should get on Luka ass then. Get the fuck out! Ready for that.
I host radio here in LA. I mean, you wouldn't believe the amount of people who call in all the time and are like, let's get rid of LeBron. Like people, you hear it and you're like, do you not recognize that this is one of the greatest players of all time that came to LA after this franchise had been in the wilderness forever?
See, there it goes again.
No,
this
that's crazy,
franchise
bro, man. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Has been in the wilderness forever. You didn't mention nothing. I hear them do this crazy all the time. I heard Stephen A. said it.
ESPN
she
too.
Just said it. Richard Jefferson said it. Vincent Goodwin said it. He said it as well. Kendrick Perkins has said it. But Ramona Shelburne, born whatever the hell your name is, I hate to do this to you, but I got to.
Shut up, bitch.
It's been sad to watch, and I'm glad he's fucking gone. And I promise you, LA, y'all are in for an interesting 5 fucking years.
Yes, talk about Luka, nigga. Don't talk about Kobe. No, talk about Luka now.
It's
that nigga has 5 fucking rings. Talk about Luka.
Sad to watch, and I'm glad he's fucking gone. And I promise you, LA, y'all are in for an interesting 5 fucking years.
You see the nasty.
Talk about Luka, nigga. All y'all niggas was D-Rod in that trade, nigga.
Y'all are in for an interesting 5 fucking years.
You see the nastiness these Brian Goblins spew?
He's sick, though.
Now you're wishing down or wishing bad about the Lakers because they didn't want him back? You want them to suffer the next 5 years?
It's just holding Luka accountable, though. Like, I'm not with none of this shit, but I'm also not D-Rodding or glazing Luka at all, you know? He deserves to be held accountable. He has to still prove that's the worst trade in NBA history and all that, nigga. Yes, sir.
You see this? This is the reason I make videos. Or we make videos because of nastiness like this. We have to come out and say these certain things to stop all of these narratives. Now you don't want them to be successful because LeBron is not there? He said that to say, oh, well, the Lakers are going to fail without LeBron.
That's his funniest clip, man. I ain't gonna lie.
That was failing with LeBron.
That shit had me weak that first time I seen
LeBron. There's no difference. Luka, AR, and Walker Kessler have slow feet, and LeBron just didn't bother to put effort in on defense. They're going to fail regardless.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah. See, you can get on LeBron ass. Cool. You do this shit. But be real about them too. Exactly.
There's no difference. Luka,
you already preparing for them to fail.
And Walker Kessler have slow feet, and LeBron just didn't bother to put effort in on defense. They're going to fail regardless. Because when I seen that the Lakers traded for Luka Doncic, I said, it ain't going to be much difference.
But I ain't going to cap. The reason I even know Eddie TV, though, is because I think the first video, he was on Luka. He was on Luka ass, bro.
Because Luka is a shot chucker. He plays just like LeBron.
Talk about Luka, nigga. You talk so much about LeBron, bruh. But you know exactly. You know what Luka is.
Ain't gonna be much difference. Because Luka is a shot chucker. He plays just like LeBron. He did an interview and said LeBron James was his idol. Do you think much is going to change? Don't y'all throw me this mess talking about, oh, well, he made it to the finals with the Dallas Mavericks. Doesn't make a difference. You're still getting the same player. He might not be out of shape, but his feet are still slow. He's still a shot chucker. He's still a turnover machine. You're not getting much difference between the two.
You ain't talked about Luka in months, nigga.
Here, in this situation.
You've been on LeBron ass.
The Lakers might do a little bit better without him because they might have a little bit of team cohesion. But with the way Luka plays, I don't see it getting much further than the first or the second round.
Trash, nigga.
So a lot of LeBron's ex-teammates are in the media.
But then you'll be like, they got the 3rd seed. They got the highest. Well, no, they had the 1st seed, but they're the 3rd seed, and they got 50 wins. Or you trying to? But you was like, but that's because of Luka, you know. But you really know Luka though. That's my thing. Trash.
So a lot of LeBron's ex-teammates are in the media right now. Richard Jefferson has his own podcast and shows up on ESPN. Amon Shumpert has a permanent job on ESPN. Kendrick Perkins has his own podcast and is on ESPN along with Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye. Markieff Morris played with the Lakers and gets some spots on ESPN. Carmelo has a podcast and is employed by NBC. Mario Chalmers has his own podcast. Jeff Teague, who is now under The Volume, used to be under Club Shay Shay, which is ran by Shannon Sharp and Colin Cowherd. He caps for LeBron. Danny Green, he shows up on ESPN and has his own podcast. Udonis Haslem and Mike Miller have their own podcast, and UD is an analyst on NBC. Dwayne Wade has his own podcast and sometimes shows up on ESPN. JJ Redick had his own podcast with LeBron with the Mind Game podcast and is now the head coach of the Lakers. Steve Nash, who is his current co-host on the Mind Game podcast and is an analyst on NBC. So when you Brian Goblins don't think this dude pays people in the media to spread his lies, you're delusional, you're stupid, and you need to get off your knees and wipe your mouth and stop throwing knee pad parties. But I digress.
All right, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think of that video, man. I'm out, bro. No cap.